It was good. I guess it made me think more. I have more questions.
Yeah?
But I think it would also be good to like read it through a couple times, just like to get more.
So what kind of questions did you have?
Well, I guess like about the women and like not talking, what that means. And then I can't remember where else, but
I did not know that Corinth was a place. So now I do know where it came from. And I don't know. I really got a lot out of it. And my son came to me last week and he was telling me how he wanted to get back in church, and he talked to Pastor Rick Wallace. And I was like, what? He was like, yeah, I went out to his place, and I talked to him. He was like, yeah, man, I seen you all your life growing up, because we used to go to Yankton. And he was like, and what are you doing now? My son said he didn't go to church, and he was just telling him about what he'd been going through since he graduated high school. I got into carpentry, and then he got out of the apprenticeship, and then he was like, he started back reading the Bible, and he wanted to come back to church because he felt that his life is not going the way it should because he don't have God in his life, which made me feel so good last week. And he stood in my door and we talked for like 45 minutes. So he should be at church today because he's surrendering his life back to God.
Wow.
Well, I'm Cody Clark. Me particularly, I didn't exactly like it a whole lot. It had some good stuff in there, like a lot of good knowledge of like basic like common sense, like what you should do and what you should not do. But for the most part, I kind of thought he was trying to command people for what he wanted people to.
Well, I chose to take this challenge because I wanted to read the scripture and put it in a different way. Instead of just read through it, really let it soak in. Because the more of your senses you use, the better it gets to the brain. I also liked the fact that I had some direction. I knew what I was doing. When I got up, I didn't have to. I don't like flipping through the scripture saying, I wonder what I'll study today.
Praise the Lord, it was a lot of hard work. Whether I agree or I don't agree, it is the Word, and that's what I personally have to say about it. And thank you for the opportunity for the study. I know that writing things sometimes helps us to understand things in depth, more deeply, and I won't forget it.
Maybe.
The 1 Corinthians affected me really well because it was something that I could focus on throughout these last 3 weeks, actually. And every time I opened it, it related to something I was going through in my life at that moment. So God talked directly through it to me. With the marriage thing, with the best thing that really got me was the point of the resurrection, because the adversary tries to get me a lot with doubting about the whole dynamics of what happened with Jesus Christ.
But it's got a lot of good, insight on what not to be for me. But that's just my personal response to it.
That's great.
It's not going to deter me from reading the Bible still, because the Bible has a lot of good stuff. It's this part, I don't know. I don't really agree with Paul a whole lot.
And I've read through the Bible several times, but every time you read it, there are places that you think, I have never read this before. So I'd put little marks and check the concordance for questions and things that I had. So there was a lot of new that was there. And I didn't bring, I guess they're in my Bible, my cards. I chose 4 verses to memorize from that.
Oh, awesome. That's
Yeah.
so great.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So it was quite a blessing, and I've talked a couple of my friends into doing it, I think, with me and into the second.
How cool.
Wow, that's
That is
so
just
cool.
cool.
That's awesome.
And I try to think sometimes, well, he didn't have to die because I'm a people pleaser. And, I really understood that the resurrection really matters. And if we don't believe in the resurrection, that we're preaching nothing, pretty much.
Absolutely.
So it's motivated me to really focus on that and grow in that area. And Paul's pretty awesome, I found out. 1 Corinthians is just awesome, and I'll recommend it to anybody.